This. Everybody, thank you for joining our conference call this morning. I'm going to go over a few things. We will have Alan on the call here in a few minutes to go over the thing, everything I sent to you in an email last night. So I've got just a few things real quick, okay? 3M and price increase. Hopefully everybody has gotten their price increase and they've at least contacted most of their customers to let them know. If you have not, it's okay. Just make sure you do let them know that there is a price increase and that their pricing has been increased. Okay. For the second email that everybody got where the pricing was really, really low, that pricing will be increased. It may not happen this week, it may be next week. That is something that you will see as well. Pricing is not on that sheet. That's their new current pricing. Their pricing will be increased from that, okay, regardless of who they are and what they were buying it for and any reason why, except for unless it's under contract. Okay, just want to make sure you guys know that. Avery, 750, 950. We are selling the 750 and 950. We are not selling it on the website as of yet. If a customer calls in, requests a color, and we have that color and size that they are looking for in stock, we will sell it to them. Okay? So you just have your customer, if they say, well, why aren't you selling the 750 or the 950? We are, it's just not on the website. Reason it's not on the website is because we don't have enough stock to open it to the general public. Nobody actually does, even though they say, you know, oh yeah, we'll go ahead and take care of you. We have probably 3 to 4 weeks supply, maybe if we're lucky. But if we open it up to the general public, to everybody on the website, we'd probably run out of that within a week. So the other reason is because we do not have an estimated delivery date for any resupply. Okay, they're saying a month out. So we do not want to open the floodgates and all of a sudden be stuck. Call report. Yay, it's over. You don't have to do it anymore. I made that decision only because of the fact that the reason I did that all to begin with was to get everybody to put their notes in Goldmine. Make sure you're putting your notes in Goldmine every day. I get a report every morning for the days previous how many Goldmine notes are in there. I'm not the only one. Carl's getting that, and so is Doug. I get an email from Carl every morning. Here's the way your people are looking. Make sure you're on top of it. Now, I don't tell you all the different things every day because I don't expect, you know, days happen that you may have 1 or 2. I don't care. But just make sure you're doing your notes. It's very, very important in making sure you're doing them daily. Avery price increase. We're most likely, from what we understand, we'll have an Avery price increase coming up in September. That is not confirmed, but I want to make you all aware that that is probably going to happen. So nothing we can do. That, of course, is up to Avery.
Have you heard any word on Arlon? Even though I don't sell it, I'm just curious.
No, I have not heard anything about Arlon at all.
Okay.
Hi, Alan. I'm glad. Thank you for joining us. I'm just going through my things to begin with, and then I'll let you in here in a minute. Let's see here. The CV3, everybody, you guys have seen the CV3 pricing go up for most everybody. Consider 2 other options when customers say, I can't, this pricing, I just can't afford this, is just too high. What else you got? If they want to stick with 3M, the MC is probably going to be cheaper, so you might be able to sell them on the MC or the 175 CV3. Okay, those are the 2 other options that will be cheaper. The 175 CV3, the biggest thing, I guess, from what I understand, is that it has a more difficult removability. It leaves more adhesive than the 180 CV3. MC, of course, is the better option, but not everybody apparently likes it. If they say they don't like it, make sure they've actually tested it instead of just saying they don't like it. Make sure they actually put it on a vehicle and they know how to install it. somebody told me they can't get the air out. That's, I'm sorry, but bullshit. Okay. The air is easier to get out with MC than it is a CB3. So if they're saying that, then they don't know what they're doing to install it properly.
I think they had to do a certain directions.
No, they do not. They do not. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, Angel, but they may be doing it the wrong way because they never knew the right way to do installs completely all the way around the install world. So I'm just saying that there is no major way that they have to do it. They just need to make sure that they're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. Now, the CB3 is the same way. If they're doing it the same as their CB3, it should be easier for them to install. More air will get out than the CB3. So it's got more channels for it to actually remove. Anyway, distribution lists. I will go over a distribution list a little bit later after Alan, if you want me to, how to set up a distribution list in Outlook. Actually, what I'll probably do is I'll just go ahead and do a little short tutorial on it and send it to you. It'll probably be the easiest way to do it. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. Avery samples. Make sure that you're not calling your Avery rep to get sample booklets or anything like that as far as it goes. I'm talking about color bricks and things for color change. That all goes through us. That goes through when you're going on to do a ship ticket, you can actually order it. Customers actually can go and order it as well. It costs them $10 per booklet or per color brick.
Question on that.
Yeah.
So for me and Mary, our Avery rep he sends them to us.
He shouldn't be. Okay.
He always has.
He's going to be stopping that. I know, Randy, he shouldn't be doing that because Avery is stopping that nationwide. So if he's doing that, great, but I'm anticipating him stopping that.
Yeah, he did. He told me 2 days ago he couldn't do it anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is all now going through us, through corporate, and I suggest you can give one per company for free. After that, they got to pay the $10. Okay, it costs a lot of money for these things to be produced. We spend money when we're doing that because we don't have Avery marketing dollars as much as we do with Orifal or 3M. So it makes a big difference. Okay.
How about print sample, like some 1405?
Well, that's a little bit different. That you still get through them. Okay. I'm talking about the color change bricks and things like that. Okay. Beach Boy, I'm going to show you real quick.
Those ones. Those are what you're talking about. The decks.
Yeah, I know. I only got 5 from Tamra. Actually, my sales is Tamra now.
Yeah.
Randy's no longer a handle. I saw him yesterday, Randy, at the NBM show.
Okay, guys. I sent out an email yesterday regarding Beach Boy. How can you determine if a warehouse is over capacity or they're closed or anything like that? You go here, you go to the home page, and if Alan hired you, he taught you this when you were hired. Okay? So you go down here, and right now you can see MP, no UPS or FedEx or courier only today. Okay, customer pickup only, it looks like. So that's where you're going to find that. It's right here on the home page. You can't miss it. You can also see customer service people throughout the company, and who might be out for whatever reason today. Sometimes they will put on there that they're on a break, things like that. So that's all in here. Okay, so if you think you should be checking this every morning to make sure there's no problem in your warehouse, that your warehouse manager has not called in sick. Okay, because you might be needing to go and open up. Any questions on that? All right.
Hold on, Ted. Yes, I do.
Okay, go for it.
So on this splash page that you see where you see the MP warehouse is cut off, only we can see it, and certain people at corporate, all the people at the corporate can see it. They took away the warehouse capacity away from the warehouse splash page or Beach Boy page, whatever you want to call it, because they were having issues with so many warehouses being cut off. So when little Tommy in Chicago was cut off, then the guy in St. Louis was cutting off. So if you check this page at the warehouse, you will not see warehouse capacity on their screen. It has been removed probably for about, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks now, maybe roughly. So the only thing that the warehouse you'll see is the inside sales board, and then everything above accepting applications to facilities management.
Okay. Well, so everybody, if you're looking on this page through our Beach Boy, you'll see it. Otherwise, you won't. Right?
Correct. You won't. Okay. If you walk in the warehouse and open up Beach Boy, you will not see the warehouse capacity list on their screen.
All right. So thank you very much, Brian, for that information. I did not know that. So, all right. Any questions real quick for anything about what we're doing here? Wonderful. Right now we have Alan on with us. Alan is going to go through what we went through, or what I sent you yesterday, so that you can understand exactly what we're doing and what we're doing as far as our team. We are going to be the test team like we usually are for most anything that's going to happen that we plan on doing nationwide. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can. Let me go ahead and give this, Alan. You should be able to go ahead and share your screen now, I believe.
How come I'm looking at a bunch of black boxes?
Oh, because we got people who don't necessarily want to use
Come on, people, I want to see you. Gee. It's called video conference for a reason.
I'm too beautiful this morning with all the puffy hair.
I sometimes get knocked off. I don't know.
It's like family reunion.
There you are.
Everybody see the eagle?
Yes.
Yes.
Freedom. It's all about freedom. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, Ted, you're kind of not the only test region.
I'm sorry?
You're not the only test region. Mike Henry kind of jumped on the train.
Oh, are we doing Mike? Okay.
Yeah. And Patricia. The only one that's not on is South. Yeah. All right, guys. So why did I do this? My role here at Fellers is like all over the place. So I see a lot more now. I see what's going on with inside sales. I see call volumes. I have to do the S&P, so I see the numbers, and I see the days we struggle as a company. And Fridays seem to be our worst day. It's usually the day we don't hit budget. It's usually the day that the inside reps are twiddling their fingers because we're not getting a lot of calls. So back in the day, and I probably talked about this with you guys back when I was regional manager, but I like the 5-mile circle of your warehouse. So we're going to start there. So what I did is through the month of July, I went and plotted out every warehouse in the company, every customer in Streets and Trips, and then I extrapolated out just the 5-mile circle from your warehouse.
Okay. I'm sorry. Alan, I'm going to interrupt you. It's actually the month of June. You didn't do July. You did June's.
No, well, I did it in July for January through June.
For June. Right.
I did for the entire company, for the entire year, Ted. 6 months.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
January to June buyers list.
Thank you. There you go.
All right. So, did all that, plotted it out, ran the numbers, and it probably scared the living poop out of Carl, because over 66% of our customers within 5 miles of our warehouses have not been contacted in gold mine. 0 touches in 6 months. Now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Some of those might be junk customers, and you may know that, but there was quite a few in there that have bought $1,000 or more from us and have never been touched in gold mine. So, 2-prong approach there. One thing could be you're just not doing your notes correctly, and maybe you did reach out to them, but you didn't note it in gold mine. And the old adage still is in play here. If it didn't end up in gold mine, it didn't happen. Okay? The second thing is, if they're buying $1,000 from you, you know, we've talked about this in the past. A basic sign order for a functioning sign shop, they should be spending no less than $1,500 a month with you. And that's just basic necessities. A roll of banding material, a roll of intermediate, vinyl, laminate, 5 food groups, okay? So if they're buying already $1,000 from you in 6 months and you haven't talked to them, where's that potential for you? I mean, we're leaving money on the table for you. That just means more bonus for you. And it's easier work because you're within 5 miles. So what I prepared for every region and every rep is 3 things. I set you up with a PDF version, and I'm just going to use Houston as an example so we don't throw anybody under the bus in the West here. But, yeah.
Go ahead.
So I set Ted, or I put in Ted's Dropbox a PDF, and this PDF shows you the 5-mile circle, and it shows you red dots and green dots. Red dots have not been contacted. Green dots have. The blue dot in the middle is your warehouse, okay? Then I sent Ted the actual streets and trips map. So you can actually physically click on Houston, go up here to the top where this bullseye is, click on it again. It will now list every customer within 5 miles, and it will show you red dot, green dot. And all you have to do is double click on one and it will open it up. So this customer last year bought $172 from us. This year they've dropped to $24. They've never been talked to. Who knows what they are? They're within 2 blocks of this warehouse. So it's kind of scary. I also sent Ted this spreadsheet that shows everybody from January to June in your region that has bought from us but has never had a gold mine talk. So column I shows total sales. And over here, you slide all the way over, gold mine, 00000. So this customer here, $4,000 customer, never been talked to in gold mine. Do you think you could probably get more out of a $4,000 customer if we went in there once a month and talked to them? So that's what this report's about. It's all about helping you guys work smarter, not harder, hit these customers. And that's just 5 miles. What if we took it out to 10 miles? I mean, look at this guy. If I went out 10 miles, look at all these customers in this upper left quadrant. Who knows what the potential is here? So work smart, people, not hard. Don't be driving all over to hell and gone when you can just go and concentrate. So we've come up with a snazzy little thing. It's called 5 Mile Fridays. So you have 4 Fridays in a month. Every Friday, divide your 5-mile circle up into a quadrant and call those people in that quadrant. Call on them, visit on them, whatever. But see what you can find. You may find there's a bunch of trash out there. Make that note in gold mine. Just say, hey, low-end user, one-time purchase, whatever. And at least that's been touched, you know, and then you can move on. After you've done your 5 mile, I highly recommend you expand it to 10 mile, 15 mile, 20 mile, 25 mile. You know, keep that thing going, guys, and you're going to tap some crazy potential. I'll show you some quick stats that I sent Carl, and this is what really freaked him out. All right, as a company, 0 to 1,000 buyers, we had 14,188 of them. If you got them to buy just $100, that's $1 million, $1.5 million almost. If you got them to buy $500, that's $7 million. So there's money out there. There's 380 franchises that were not contacted in 6 months company-wide. That's just bad. We're not doing what we should be doing. I proposed to Carl that if we got 2/3 of these people to buy $1,500 from us, we would have added $3.2 million to the bottom line. If we added $3.2 million to our bottom line, I think the RSMs might back off chastising us a little bit. Carl's job would be easier. Your job would be easier. Everybody would be living and being happy. We got to go out there and talk to the easy people. Okay? So that's why I did it. It took me a month to put this together. I'm going to put together a short video that will show you how to do it yourself. So every month you could replot it, recheck yourself, see how you're doing. Per warehouse, it doesn't take that long. 69 warehouses, it took me a little bit of time to compile this. But the facts are the facts. People aren't getting talked to. So there you go.
Yeah. Alan, I have a quick question. My maps is no longer valid. It says I need a new license software number.
Get with Justin. He probably has a hack for it.
Okay.
Because Streets and Trips is no longer made. So if he can't hook you up, let me know. I think I might be able to pull one out and fix it.
Okay.
Everybody, we went through this earlier this year to make sure everybody had Streets and Trips on their computer system. And if you didn't, I told you what to do to get it done. You should all have Streets and Trips on your computer.
I did, Ted,
are you still
on my
there?
old computer.
Say that. Who was that?
Hey, can you?
Yes.
This is Paula.
Yes.
Hey, Alan, can you, whenever you have them to do the mapping such, can you have them, or the list so that we can map? What would be super helpful is, can you have them put the suite number in a separate box so we don't have to go back and fix a million different. I've got 2 warehouses and I spend a lot of time having to take off the suite numbers so it'll map. Can you have them put the suite number in a separate column?
I can look at that, but I didn't have any issues with it mapping.
Really? Oh, mine will not map unless I take off the suite number.
Something weird there. We can look at your map offline, Paul, and see if they mapped or not. But yeah.
Thanks.
Go.
Anybody else have any questions for Alan about anything? Alan's here to answer any questions. That's why he's on the phone with us. No questions for Alan? No questions about anything that's going on?
Hey, can I say something else?
Oh, of course. You can say anything, Alan. Your old region. You get to continue.
Guys, working with inside sales, how many of you are getting calls from them asking for help about product and stuff? Like, do they ever connect you up with their customers?
What do you mean, like transfer?
Yeah. Not a blind transfer, but calling you up and saying, hey, I got one of your customers on the phone. They're trying to figure out what product to buy. Can I send that to you? Does that ever happen?
Oh, no.
No, hardly.
Mine are blind.
All right.
Just call me.
Blind.
A lot of them are stuff that I can't handle, like, oh, I need to change my name. I change my business name, and then they'll transfer it to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to call back.
All right. I'm trying to get inside sales and outside sales to work closer together on product solutions. They should know the basics, but when a customer calls up and says, hey, I'm wrapping this wall, what do you think I should use? Inside sales shouldn't be telling them what to use. That should be your guys' job. So I'm trying to get them to get you on the phone, conference call you, talk to you a little bit, and then get the customer involved. Because sometimes they can keep all 3 of you on the phone, and then you can hang up and they can continue on and continue with the customer's order.
That's better.
Right? So if they drop them and send them to you, then they got to call back, and it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I had 3 of them this week, and the inside rep actually was asking me questions along with the customer, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm teaching my. And do you guys know what's going on with inside sales? Have you been told at all?
No.
No.
Okay. Just so you know, we've started a new program called Peak Timers. So my job. Hey, there's one right now. My job is to hire these part-timers. They work 25 hours a week. They work from home, and they get paid per call and per hour. Okay? So we have about 10 now on my team that I've hired. And you've probably all dealt with Cassie at some point or the other. But they're averaging about 60 calls a shift. So that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to spread out because I've heard in 2020 corporate will no longer exist. They're going to shut down corporate. Everybody's remote working from home. That's just a trend nowadays. Everybody's working from home. It's more cost effective for companies, blah, 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 blah.
That's correct.
But so if you ever hear customers complaining how they can't hear a rep or something, let us know, because we're battling. Everybody has different internet, so it's all voice over internet. Nobody has to use a cell phone or a landline. It's all through a virtual software. So if you hear issues about that, shoot me an email, please, so I can help kind of streamline that, help Doug figure that out. But we're transitioning everything. Quit laughing, Brian.
Brian, be nice. Come on now.
Yeah, Cassie calls me all the time.
Yeah, she does. So that's where they're kind of, I'm teaching my peak timers. I don't hire the full timers. That's still hired by Amy and Mary at corporate, so that's a little different. But we're eventually moving everything to part-time. It's just, we can move these. It's like a chessboard. We can, hey, can you get on? We're getting slammed right now. Can you get on and move into this position? So we're trying to keep those call times down. Web orders, have you guys had more or less customers switching over to doing their orders on the web?
Yes. You know what? A lot of Hawaii customer, I'm switching to get them to order online. Or there's some still calling in. But the issue every month or every week I deal with is that when their orders come to LA, we ship it by boat, but nobody tell them their order's going out when. Like online, nobody, so they always like.
Yeah, me too. Usually they don't even get put in the same day, and then they'll get put in the next day, then the customer calls and gets upset. So I just say call it in, because you don't really know if it's going to get put in or not on time.
Hawaii's easy. We always tell customers, hey, it takes 4 days from every warehouse to get to LA. So we have a shipment coming and going out every, I think, Tuesday and Thursday. So it can, on their inside sales rep, they're able to see all the product get to LA maybe, 5 days, right? They can tell customers, say, hey, I'm just kind of thinking of leaving your boat leaving on the Thursday orders, something like that. They just want to know something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of every week, I have to deal with that. I have to go. I don't know who to go to. I go to the warehouse. They don't really like, oh, it's already gone. But I know, but I need the bill of landing or something to fax to the customer. You know what I'm saying? Customers just want to know when's my product out, so that way they can tell customers, say, hey, I expect my material come this week. I'm doing a job next week.
I'll ask Wade, and then I can try to. As far as the policy on web orders, guys, if the order's placed by 3:30 Tulsa time, it should get processed that day. But if it's coming from 1 to 2 days, we don't notify the customer. That's the window. If it's past 2 days, but not, if it's 2 to 3 days, they get an email. If it's past 3 days, then they get a phone call. So if the customer orders and it's like 4 o'clock, it's probably going to process the next day. There's even people that work on the weekends now that process web orders. So just so you know. But yeah.
The only thing that we've noticed in me and Tim is just that the Speed Pro, for example, they love doing the web order, and they do it, and then they just show up at the warehouse, and it's like, we know who you are, but it's like, who are you? What do you want? I did a web order. You're like, gosh, crap, So
yeah. They got one that takes a delay. They still don't understand. They think it's still like Amazon. You place your order, it's automatic. Right now, just so you know, when a web order goes through, it still has to be downloaded by a human, processed just like an inside sales order, and then sent to the warehouse.
So how long it takes?
It depends on how fast, how many items are on the web order. What happens is you got a web guy sitting at their queue. They get an email that shows them the web order. They have to open up our ordering system, enter in all those codes, process it just like they were talking to somebody on the phone, process the credit card. If it's net 30, it goes faster. If it's a customer pickup, those get processed first. They have a high priority on them, but it's still all manual entry. It's not automatic. So when someone hits enter on their computer at home and they think their order's being processed right away, it doesn't happen. It goes into a queue.
So
And
should we give them like an estimate time, like a 2 hour? What do you
I would tell someone if you think you're gonna if from the time you hit enter and you think you're gonna pick it up, I give it a 3-4 hour window, just to
Okay.
save yourself some travel time.
Yeah.
And then again, if they're just having it UPS ground, again, if it's within 1 to 2 days of that warehouse, they will not get notified. So tell them web orders. If you don't hear from anybody, it could be 2 days.
Okay. If it's more than 3 days, they will shoot an
If it's
email.
more than 3 days, if it's more than 2 days but less than 4 days, they're going to get an email. If it's more than 3 days, they're going to get a phone call.
Okay. Let me write that down.
And this is a work in progress to make it faster, better.
And eventually, it will be automated, but we haven't gotten that far yet.
That's why we have the system that we have upgraded to, so that we can automate this, but it's just not there yet, guys. We're still working with that.
No,
I mean, it's a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we can tell the customer there's no problem. It's just I say, hey, your orders. If you don't hear from anybody, that means your orders in 1 or 2 days.
Yeah,
But-
and they can still, if they placed a web order, they can go online and hit tracking and track it
Yeah.
and see where it's going.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Oh, and then another caveat: web orders and phone orders will show up on their online accounts as far as tracking and as far as
Invoices.
invoices. As far as order history, that is only web orders. So if it's a phone order, it's not going to show up on their online account.
Not all customers able to see invoice, and then I had to email
They
Wayne.
should. All invoices should register on that online account. If they're not, maybe we don't have an email sync problem.
So I had to email Wayne to link them. So.
Yep.
No, you email me with that. I will get it to the right department. As far as if the customer is not seeing invoices on their online ordering history, then you need to email me with the email address they are using to log in or trying to see with, because what that means is we probably need to associate that email address with their online order history. Okay?
Yeah.
Does not go to Wade, it goes to me.
Wade. No Wade.
No.
But just keep in mind, folks, we're trying to make this faster. I'm trying to figure out ways to make you guys more money. So increase the bottom line. It's going to increase your sales target. I mean, we all want to be successful, right? We don't want to stop you, but I want to focus you. We want to be laser focused.
So if Ted takes a pay cut, we'll get the system faster?
Absolutely.
That's right.
He already works for free, so.
Well, I need help Hawaii because it's just getting point like every week. People say, "Where's my waters? Is it going out? When it's going out?"
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose Hawaii. Hawaii's easy. They don't bother you so much. They give you the whole pallet orders. Get it out. That's all they need.
Yeah.
Well, when we open up on a warehouse in Hawaii, you will lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. I'll probably move there.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then one final thing. So we're doing this. I know you touched on it, Ted. The call report. We're sending out the call report every day. Yours truly is doing that. Last month I didn't scrub it for emails. If I see an email in there, I ain't counting it as a call. Just so you know. You don't know if someone gets an email. You don't know anything that happened with an email. So the call report is for calls and visits. And please, please do the reference field right. Customer number /C, customer number /V. That's all you got to do. Nothing crazy up there. It's just a way to help these RSMs track your people, and they can better help educate you if they can start, because they get a list and it shows them the reference and it shows them the note, and they can go down and read your notes real quick and say, all right, let's change our game plan here. Let's maybe talk like this, maybe do like this. What, Brian?
So you said /C and /V. Ted, confirmation on this.
That's the way I've always had it.
Hold on. You said If it's a second time, third time, there's no numbers after the C or V. It's just always C.
Oh, you can do that. I don't care about that.
He doesn't care about that, but I do.
All right.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. You can do that. That's kind of cool. I saw, who was it? Charlene was doing that. That's
As
kind of
long
cool.
as there is a /C or a /V, he will count it. If there's a -1, it will still be counted. If there's a -2, it will still be counted. But that is for me, so that I know that you guys are talking to individual companies or by different things instead of talking to a customer 4 times about the same issue in a month.
Yeah.
So I have a question about texts, because texts are kind of, they're live. You're just not talking to them. I have people all the time who text me for various things, and we're going back and forth, and it's a conversation.
Call.
I've
Does that
already
count
told
as a
you
call?
to put a CT on that for a text.
Oh, I thought Alan was just saying that they don't.
As long as a C or a V, he automatically picks it up.
So,
Yeah, all I look for is that C or V.
so even if it's a C and an E, which means it was an email, it will
Yes.
be called?
As long as there was a call associated. The whole point of this, folks, is we want to generate sales. Okay, so if you're going to email someone about these price requests, that's great. But were you generating a sale there? No, you were just notifying someone of a price change. That's not generating a sale. Okay, we want you to be productive on your calls, productive on your notes. If you have a text stream back and forth, put that in as a call and do like Ted said, do text after, put /C and then after put multiple text. This is what we talked about. This is what was accomplished. The whole point of Goldmine isn't just to track your day. It's to build that relationship with the customer, to let you know, okay, I talked about this, I sold this, they didn't want that, but we talked about this. So when you go back in there, they're like, wow, how did you remember what we talked about last time? That's what Goldmine's for. Okay, it's to have a purpose when you walk in there. You know, just don't walk in. We're trying to teach you guys, don't walk into a shop and say, hey, how's it going today? And they're like, it's great. Okay, good. Later, that was my call. No, it's not a call. Walk in there and say, hey, how's your banner material doing today? How you doing on intermediate vinyl? I noticed you haven't bought any cut vinyl lately. What, do you not buy cut vinyl? If you do, what do you buy? You know, I see you bought cut vinyl. You didn't buy any transfer tape. What do you use for transfer tape? How are you doing it? You've got to educate yourself and walk in there with a purpose. That's what we want you guys to do. That's why you're called a sales rep. You know.
I have another question.
Yeah, go Jane.
Alan, is there any chance that we're ever going to be able to provide for our customers who order online inventory? Because I went into a customer yesterday and I said, I pour my heart out all the time here. What more can I or Fellers do for you? And that's the one thing she said we're lacking.
Oh, you mean they want to be able to see what warehouse has what online?
Yeah, so she looks at, I mean, I have Grimco and England's practically next door to Fellers, and she looks there if she needs something.
So let me ask you this, why does she need to know what we have if it's going to get there within 1 to 2 days?
She needs it now. And there are people like that. They're
like she needs it same day delivery.
Yeah.
All of them.
And
Every
I
day.
said, I tried to convince her that it's simple. Just call the 800 number and they will tell you. And she said, I'm ordering online. It's just so simple at Grimco.
Yeah.
You can just look
I can foresee that coming down the pike. That hasn't been turned on yet, but
we've tested it and we're still testing it in certain areas.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming. We try not to just play follow the leader. We want to make sure when we do something, it's done right once. And I know these guys have different systems and they have it working, but they have their issues too.
And you know what? I have a millennial who's very techie, and she likes ordering from Fellers online. She said we have the best online ordering system of everyone.
Right. You know, and
So that would just make it complete.
And even though Grimco and them show what's online, sometimes that's not really what's there. You know, that's bogus. I went to, when our whole 950, 750 thing started, I went to Grimco and tried to order some 750, and they said they had, and I ordered white, 24-inch white, and they said they had rolls available, and then when I finally got my confirmation email, it said it'd take 2 weeks. So just because it says it's there doesn't mean it's there. So
That's what I'm telling you guys, on the 750, 950, it's so bad that, you know, for delivery and for what we have in stock, it's just not, it's that way everywhere. So they may say they may have it. They're lying. They're waiting. They're going to tell you, like Alan said, 2 weeks on white.
yeah, could be. Right. So, I mean, that was just growing pains. But anyways, guys, we just want you to, I want to support these RSMs. I want to support you. I sit here every day thinking of ways you guys can make more money. And I think if you laser focus on this 5 mile and tear it up, it may not work, but we don't know because we're not talking to them.
Okay.
Well, I gotta go train people. Peace. I'm out.
Okay, guys. Thanks, thanks, Alan. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
All right. So, everybody, any other questions? Anything else? Any questions for me? Any questions for the group?
No, I just have the Hawaii issue. So,
well, yeah, unfortunately, that's the Hawaii issue. So something different, Angel, that we'll have to talk about.
Okay.
Try to figure out. Chuck, you've got a question?
I do. You sent out the thing on Express DVD yesterday. And so just let me be dumb, all right?
Sure.
So what we're doing is we're going to contact our customers and get them in touch with Express DVD as kind of a contract installer.
That is basically correct. But what you're going to do is you're going to ask the customer if they're involved, if they would like to do just installs for this particular company. And if they would, then you send me an email with their contact information. I will send one big email to Express so that they can, or DVD Express, so that they know who they can contact in your particular area.
Okay, cool. That was the first thing. Now, are they taking care of all the graphics and they just ship material?
Exactly. They're shipping everything out to their people, and their people will take it to your installer, whoever the company, 2 companies that you have, and get it taken care of.
And they are obviously buying all their materials from Fellers, right?
They are.
Okay, cool.
That
does it.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other questions?
Hey, Ted, I got something totally off the subject. This is Richard.
Richard, I wasn't sure that I didn't know you were on. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sales user, so that's always me.
Okay.
Do we have a code that we can use for the MBM show for free tickets?
No, don't need it.
Don't need it. Yeah.
They just register. They just go onto the Long Beach website and register. That's all they need.
They don't need to pay anything. It's free when they do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's all I need.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything? All right. Go ahead.
So the DV, okay, never mind. I was just thinking that you were looking for an installer like for long terms, like.
No, just so that they can get all their stuff wrapped in their particular areas.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else? Wonderful. Thank you for joining our team meeting for this month. And I'm not going, just let you know, I will not be giving you a report as far as your gold mine notes for last month. Main reason is because I'm having computer issues. And until I can get my computer back from Tulsa after this call, I'm going to take it so I can send it to Tulsa to get it fixed. Then I will go ahead. It'll be next month. I will not have a report for you this month to see how you did or did not do. Okay? So you're free and clear for the month of July. All right. Excuse me. All right. If there's anything else, let me know. Otherwise, have yourself a great day and a great weekend if I don't talk to you today. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Ted.
Yep.
Ted, I'm going to call you after. I got
Thank you.
Okay. No problem, Angel.
Good day, guys.
Bye.
Good weekend. Bye.